I'm so sad the show is over. That's right, this is the fourth and final season of High School Musical, the musical, the series. Our Wildcats are taking their final bows. Kristen here, and I gotta say this is one of my favorite seasons yet. They continue the meta humor and heart that the series is known for, while also taking it to the next level. You know, not only are they gonna do High School Musical 3 senior year as their school musical, but the original stars of High School Musical are returning to play themselves as they film High School Musical 4, the reunion, with our current Wildcats as featured extras. It's the start of something new, a new school year, and the show remains a strong ensemble anchored by Gina, Ricky, Carlos, Courtney, and Ashlyn. Gina is hands down absolutely the star of this season in just so many ways, and I love that they're highlighting Sophia Wiley's talent, and they really bring her and Ricky's relationship full circle. You know, it is endgame here, and especially with that hat reveal, if you know, you know. I think Ricky also grows so much this season when it comes to expressing himself, letting the people in his life know how he feels about them. Courtney's got a lot going on between the musical and applying to colleges and just figuring out where she belongs next year. And I love how they portray her as this young, successful black woman. She is smart, talented, funny, fashionable, and just an overall boss. Ashlyn also takes big leaps when it comes to her sexuality this season. She finally opens up to Big Red and finds a new romance with Maddox. Meanwhile, Carlos has been struggling with his relationship after camp. It seems like Seb is ignoring him. He's kind of concerned, like, did you watch this documentary and think I cheated on you at camp? Because I did not. But we learned that it was actually Seb who was the cheater with Big Red. I kind of wish that they handled this differently. I felt like by the end their resolution wasn't earned, and I just wasn't fully convinced if they belonged together. We even get to see Miss Jen go on her own journey. What happens when she gets the opportunity of a lifetime? This was a really great little Easter egg here to have Miss Jen choosing between playing Glinda in the Wicked tour or staying at East High, because it's a little nod to the actress's real career where she also played Glinda on Broadway. And I just loved seeing Miss Jen get so much props this season for how incredibly talented the East High students are. Like, they go into a professional movie space and they're picking up choreography in 2 seconds. They're blowing the competition out of the water. The acting that Gina is bringing forth, unmatched. And I think it really shows how much Miss Jen belongs at East High and the impact that she has. Season 3 camp characters like Maddox, Jet, and Emmy return this season and get integrated into East High, and I loved seeing Maddox get a lot of props for her work in production. I think that that's really empowering for young women who maybe want to get into the production side of theater and film. We get to see EJ in college. He's given some tough love to Ricky. Big Red returns and has, you know, the most beautiful breakup ever with Ashlyn. And we get some new characters, Danny, Mac, and the film director Quinn. While they were a lot of fun, I don't think that they did as much with Danny as they could have, and I found some of her motivations, like the one to get to know Ricky, sort of go nowhere. I gotta say, the musical numbers this season were top tier. They definitely ended with a bang. They do original numbers, songs from High School Musical 3. They did a song from the first season, and they even did a Cynthia Erivo song. I particularly love the Halloween episode where they opened with this song that had a very Thriller meets Monsters kind of vibe, and there was also this really sentimental episode where you kind of got to see how everyone got to know each other before season 1 started. You saw how Ashlyn didn't really have a friend group, how Miss Jen was really looking to make a safe space for Carlos, how Gina and Ricky sort of encouraged each other to audition for the musical, and it was really, really sweet. Of course, we got to talk about them doing High School Musical 3 and High School Musical 4, the reunion, at the same time, right? What? I'm glad we got to see so much of their production because it was a lot of fun. We got to see I Want It All, Scream, where they did like a whole spinning background, and it really honestly represented so much of what they were going through this season, especially Gina. Man, Gina just is Gabriella. When it comes to filming High School Musical 4, the reunion, they brought back Lucas Graybill, Corbin Blue, Monique Coleman, Casey Stroh, Bart Johnson, Allison Reed from the original franchise to play themselves acting in High School Musical 4. So it was very meta. I'll be honest though, I thought they were going to be in more of the season. They were really only in that like first opening of the first episode, and then a couple of them kind of came in throughout. Allison Reed came in for a scene, Monique gave Courtney some advice, but I really thought that based off the promotion that they were going to be in a lot more of this season, so it didn't take away from the season. It was still a great season, but I think there was a little bit of that, like, you expected to see more of them, and you didn't, so that might be a little bit of a letdown for some people. I still think it's a strong season overall, but you do get to learn where everyone is now. The premise of the movie is that the Wildcats are returning for a reunion 15 years later, Taylor is the principal of the school. She's married to Chad. Ryan is officially out and proud with his partner Scott from Pentatonics with twins on the way. Martha is a world-class choreographer, while Troy and Gabriella are in couples therapy. And the future of the drama department is on the line as Miss Darbus is going to retire. And then they add Mac and Danny, these new characters, into the mix as these new young stars of this High School Musical reunion. But when Danny can't cut it with the acting, you know, they gotta bring Gina in, and her star just shines this whole season. When it comes to some weaker moments, I would say the biggest is just that, you know, through the promotion, you expected the original cast members of High School Musical to be in a lot more of this series than they really were. So I think that was a little bit misleading. I also feel like they do this thing a lot in the show where someone needs help with something. So one of the other cast members is like, oh, hold on, let me call this person. And then the episode ends and it's this little cliffhanger of like, oh my god, who's gonna help them? I feel like doing that once or twice is effective, but they do that so much, bringing in different characters, that it sort of starts to lose its appeal and just becomes like super predictable. I would say another thing that they missed out on was dropping this weekly. Like, this is such a huge season. So much happened that like I would have watched it week to week like I have the last 4 seasons, and I would have loved to do weekly breakdowns like I had, because this show just really went there with this final season. So I think that was a mistake to drop it all at once. All in all though, I thought this season was on par with season 1, definitely one of the stronger ones compared to seasons 2 and 3. If I had to rank all the seasons from worst to best, I would say 2, 3, and then 1 and 2 are so close. They're a tie. They were really good. Let me know how you would rank them. I just love that the way that the show ended, everyone got their happy endings, but there also is so much more to come. So even though the series is over, it feels like, you know, you never know what could happen. They already brought back some of these original cast members for this. Maybe one day we'll see more of this cast. I did love that little extra special scene we got at the end where the whole cast sings For Good together. I thought that was really beautiful and sweet, and it just reminded me of season 1 in a way. It felt very full circle, and I had a great time watching this season. As someone who grew up with High School Musical, I just love this show. I think that they did such a great job with it. It was funny, it was heartfelt, it was very meta, the music has been incredible, and you have this talented group of young people that just feel like the next generation of rising stars, and I look forward to seeing what all of them do next. Let me know what you thought about High School Musical, the series, season 4.
Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and if you want to talk more TV and movies with me outside of the comments section, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/kmaldo. If you like this one, you can check out more of my videos right over here. See ya!